Alrighty guys, welcome back. This is a continuation of your notes for U2 L5 Systems of Linear Equations by Graphing and Table. Okay, so if you look right here, we're hitting on the word independent, dependent, consistent, and inconsistent. Okay, so if two things are independent or dependent, they will be consistent. Independent or dependent, they will be consistent. So here's a way to look at them. Alright, so that's a P, by the way. So if you look at this problem right here, you see how the slopes are the same, but your y-intercept's different. That means the lines are going to be parallel. And if it's parallel, they're never going to cross. You'll never have a solution, so that would be inconsistent. Okay? So now let's go ahead and continue with the B. This one I did with part A. Alright. So let's take a look at B. So we're going to solve for y. So you have 2x plus 3y equals 1. We're going to put them in slope-intercept form. Subtract 2x, divide by 3. So you have negative 2 over 3x plus 1/3. And I'm going to box that in so I can compare my slope-intercept. Okay? Next one is 4x plus y equals negative 3. Solve for y. So y is equal to negative 4x minus 3. Now let's take a look at this one. Is our slope even the same? If your slope's not the same, if your slope's not the same, it is never going to be parallel. You have to have the same slope for it to be parallel. Since the slopes are not the same, you know they're going to cross. Otherwise, if the slope's the same and that's the same, so this one means you have two lines and they're going to intersect. And if they intersect, it's going to look like this one right here. That means you have a solution. And if you have a solution, you know it's going to be consistent. And if it's consistent, we got to figure out if it's independent or dependent. These are two independent lines. They have nothing to do with each other. So the answer for this one is consistent and independent. Okay. All right, let's look at C. Okay. All right, for C, your first one is already in slope-intercept form, so you don't need to do anything there. Okay? Your second one, so 6x minus 3y is equal to 9. Solve for y. So I'm going to subtract 6x, so negative 6x plus 9. Divide all of this by negative 3. So negative 6 divided by negative 3 is 2x. 9 divided by negative 3 is negative 3. Now let's compare these guys. Slope's the same. Y-intercept is the same. Do you see how they look exactly the same? That means this is one line on top of the other. And if it's one line on top of the other, you will have infinitely many solution. Okay? So infinitely many solution. If it's many solution, so that tells you that it is going to be consistent. And the line depends on each other because it's actually the same line. So that would make them dependent. So there you have the differences in the three. And all you're going to look at is your slope and your y-intercept. Okay? Take a look at the slope first. All right. Now let's do this off by graphing, and then you can check your solution. So I want you guys to kind of do this on your own real quick. Here's your graph. This is how you do all graph. Oh, my apologies. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So there's the graph for that one. So we're going to go ahead and graph. Negative 1. Slope is 1 up, 1 over, 1 up, 1 over. So there I have that. Ooh, my line's off. I'm so sorry. Okay. Let's graph the other one right here. So that was in red. This one's in green. All right. That's already in slope-intercept form, so that's positive 3. Your slope is negative 1 over 1, negative 1 over 1. Now, when you do it on a paper that's not like a graph, it's a little harder to see, but you can tell your answers is somewhere right here, okay? This is where you want to use your calculator to help you find the answer, but you got the sketch of the graph. All right, so remember how we do it? Clear, clear, okay? X minus 1, negative x plus 3. Second table. I know the answer is around 1 and 2. My x, you see my x, it's around 2. So I'm going to go up to 2. See if I can find it. Ah, look at that. So what is the answer to this one? 2, 1. Okay? So there's your solution, 2, 1. 2 for x, 1 for y is going to work for both of those, just like that. All right, let's look at it. This is number 1. Let's look at number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So here's number 2. You have 2x. I'm going to do it right here. 2x plus y is equal to 4. Solve for y. So negative 2x plus 4. Okay. By the way, look at this. Different slope, different y-intercept. Okay? So there's that one. So positive 4. Your slope is negative 2 over 1. 2 over 1. Okay? Let's graph the other one. So x minus y is equal to 2 minus x. So negative x plus 2 times it by negative, oh, I am so sorry, times it by negative 1. So y is equal to x minus 2. Basically, you flip all the signs. Okay? So notice, slope's different, y-intercept's different. So they're probably going to cross. So negative 2, 1 up, 1 over, 1 up, 1 over. And from here, I can tell that is 2, 0. Okay? So let's go ahead and check to see if it's the same. You guys ready? I'm going to type this part in. Here we go. I'm going to move this back a little bit so you can see. So, get out of this second, to get out of this, you hit second, quit. Okay, oops. Y equal, clear, or you can just go to y equal. Okay, here we go. Negative 2x plus 4, x minus, not negative, x minus 2. Do your table, and I found the answer to be 2, 0. See that? So your answer is correct. Just like that. Okay? It's kind of blurry. Why don't you guys tell me? All right. Now let's go to number 3. So you guys can write this. You bought a total of 6 pens and pencils for $4. If each pen costs $1 and each pencil costs 50 cents, how many pencils and pens did you buy? So let's take a look at this problem real quick. Okay, the two things we're talking about is pens and pencils. I'm going to label my pens to be X and my pencils to be Y. Okay? You got to label which one is which. You bought a total of 6 pens and pencils for $4. Okay? So, is that 6 pens and 6 pencils? Or 6 pens and no pencils? You bought a total of 6 pens and pencils for $4 if each one of them costs $1 and each pencil costs 50 cents. Ah, gotcha. Okay, so 2 things we're talking about. We're talking about the number of items, and then we're talking about the cost. 2 things. Okay, so first of all, you bought, box in your numbers, like I've always showed you. Okay, kind of important. We're talking about, is this how many of each did you buy? Okay, and see the word and, that means you're putting them together. All right, so let's talk about the number of items first. You bought pens, and you bought pencil, and you bought 6 of them. There's your first equation, okay? And then you're talking about the cost. So, a pen cost $1. So if I bought 2 pens, it'll be $2. If I bought 3 pens, it'll be $3. So that's Y is 1 times X. Plus pencils. How much is your pencils? 50 cents. If you bought 1 pencils, it's 50. You bought 2 pencils, it's $1. You bought 3. Do you guys see how we came up with that item? how many you buy times the cost. And the total of that is $4. So there you have your two equations, okay? All right, so we're going to solve this one for y. So x plus y is equal to 6. Y is equal to negative x plus 6. Did you guys see that? Set the other one also. X plus 0.5y equals to 4. Solve for y. 0.5y is negative x plus 4. Another way you can write 1.5, since this is 0.5, since it's a decimal, I'm going to stick with a decimal. Divided by 0.5, divided by 0.5, divided by 0.5. So y is equal to, okay, 1 divided by 0.5. Look how I just typed that in. That comes out to be negative 2x. See that? 4 divided by 0.5. It gave me a decimal, I stick with the decimal. Negative 2x plus 8. And there you have your equation, just like that. Now when you're doing this, keep in mind you can't have a negative pencil. I can't have a negative 2 pencils. So I'm going to use my tables to help me. Y equal, clear, clear, negative x plus 6. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, there you go. So this is y2, this is y1. Negative 2x plus 8. Just like that. Second table. And I know it can't be in the negatives. So let's see where oh, look at that. 4 and 4. Your solution, x, y1, y2, is 2, 4, and 4. Okay, that's when they're going to be the same. All right? So how many did they buy? Well, x is what? X is pencil. So they bought 2 pens. And what is y? How many pencils? 4 pencils. And that's how they got that solution. Okay? So 2 pens. What are 2 pens? Let's double check. 2 plus 4 gives you 6 items, right? Okay? A pen costs $1. So 1 times 2 plus a pencil costs 50 cents. 0.5 times 4. Does that equal $4? So there you have your solution. So how many pens did they buy? How many pens and pencils did they buy? They bought 2 pens and 4 pencils. And there is the original equation. One item is that, and the other one is the cost. Okay? All right, guys, here's your assignment. Follow the directions. Part of it you have to graph. The other part you are going to have to use the table. Okay? Now you know what to do. Good luck. You'll do great.